Welcome back, everyone. Bastion, good times so far. And going fast. Seems to be going fast. Burstone Quarry, shard detected.
The secret to how we built Caelondia so tall and proud lies in Burstone Quarry.
So we go to Burstone Quarry. Yumi Travosa, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry.
I bought the spear, but I didn't mean to equip it. I guess we're using the spear now. What else do we have equipped? Build the carbine. Can stab and throw it.
The Ura tunnels beneath
We'll make
the
it work.
quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity.
Haven't used it before.
We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails.
My special.
Why would the Ura put up
With
with
the
those
explosive
pests?
shot, we need to.
Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that
I
in a
bought
little
that
bit.
stuff. I didn't mean to equip it. So when it auto-equipped, I wasn't thinking about that. But you're a friendly. You're friendly. Want help?
The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can
Machete
see
bag.
are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life,
Pierce a foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it with an arrow.
we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
Wait, we came from this way. Help us. This way.
Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the Rattletails at bay.
So what is close that. It's getting pretty
Now,
sick.
why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news.
Keep at it. Carbine and the pike. I don't know. Try. We could make it work.
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
I like the game Misbehave. I'm enjoying it tremendously. Just kind of lost in it. The gameplay is engaging and not overwhelming. Mostly not overwhelming. It's been a few moments. They teach it to you in waves. Effective. And
The largest ones, you know as cores.
beautiful. The narration is a lot of fun. Yeah, highly recommended. It was on sale
Single core could keep the lights
until this
on
morning
in
on
an entire
Humble.
city
I'm sure it will
district.
be again. Nice variety of weapons. Cool little bit of story, lore, character work for something small in that regard. They did a nice job with it. You have it. I've only watched people play it. Yeah, a lot of fun. Doubts, but okay. Place to go, though. Not across here. Oh, it did it twice. Yeah, I want to. I think I might see it over by the slime. I don't know. We're gonna need that. Go this way.
The smaller ones, we call them shards. The shards got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Remember how I said Rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks bursting quarry is Sir Lunky's head. We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Not too bad. Just shoot him in the butt.
Then the kid
Then
hears a
shoot him in
voice
the butt.
calling from down the hall.
Shoot him in the butt again.
Are you all right? It says.
Till he ain't got no butt left. Something coarse for the pike. Yeah, hey, Unlockman, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Glad you could join us. I will play Transistor. I do have it. This has gone more quickly than I expected, and we might end up playing Transistor next.
It's him.
Even though that wasn't the original
I've
plan.
come to warn you, he says.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Zolf, there he is again. Fractured monument. Why did you leave Bastion? What happened back there between you and Rux?
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back.
But I have to go back.
Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred.
Oh, kid ain't.
If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
Hey, Dragoon.
Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word.
Ow. Some links there for
His
you.
countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that.
Yeah.
Zolf showed him the way here.
Thank you for the follow on
and
Twitter.
here they
Cheers.
came to take revenge.
Saw that pop up too. Oh, they are really weak to gunshots, huh? Really weak to that carbine.
They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back.
I'm locked and loaded. Come and get me.
I should have told him sooner about all this. See, the Bastion's no mere safe haven. Big surprise, right?
But hold on. I'm not done here. I can't be done here.
To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
No, no! Zia's musical instrument. They took Zia? She never went anywhere without it. It seems unthinkable she would leave it behind. She had no choice in the matter. Not a good sign.
Unfortunately, they broke in and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away this place. We tried to stop it, but we needed help. Our baby Pecker, he don't make it.
No, not the pecker! Hands off my pecker!
He don't make it.
My ankle gator's still alive?
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is,
Yeah, but what about my
didn't matter.
pecker?
Zolf's plan worked. We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came.
For my pecker.
To get us back. For the calamity. It was Ceylandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story.
All this work and now it's wrecked. Wrecked! Wrecked. Where's Zia?
What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started.
Enough experience to reach level 5.
The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that.
Passing skill with the Brusher's pike.
The brushers, they moved in shadows, but the calamity found them.
Vanquished creatures touched by the calamity.
The mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot.
Foundation. Shrine can be upgraded.
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Now all we need is one last shard.
Okay, carbine, I'm enjoying that. The pike. It's strong, but let's go back to the machete and the slash. Extra chance to carry on. Speed while defending. Survive an attack that would have brought defeat. Lifeline. Speed while defending. Cinder Brick Stout.
Cinder Brick Stout sure goes down smooth, then stays in your gut like a rock.
Damn, that's what I'm afraid of.
The Ura
One
swooped
more
down from
shard.
the east. At least now we know the way.
Zendra Gate. Zulf's agents must also want the final shard, knowing it's key to undoing the harm they caused.
Urzendra Gate used to lead down to the terminals. Now it leads up to the stars.
Day! Skyway! The Ura. The Bastion symbolizes Celedonia, which they now know brought the calamity upon them.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zulf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand as living proof of that. At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
Whoa! wasn't she?
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Something fancy.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant
Almost
young
wasn't on it.
scientist named Ven.
Jazz, you're loud when you eat
Ven
some
worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
Doug, say hi. Whoa. Hugs? Doug, say hi. Bill and Ted say hi, too.
With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnel shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals
A3.
will be gone. This discovery was never to be
All the
used,
scene
they
switching
said,
is throwing me off a
except
little
as
bit
a
here.
last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
Shit.
But remember, the Bastion can fix
I
everything.
think we're getting
We just need
close
that
to
shard.
the end, Jamster. Welcome back. Things, were your efforts successful? Helping your friend? Last shard. The last shard. Oh!
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Come here, chicken.
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though.
Well,
There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already.
the last shard, we don't use it.
There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Oh, we had the last shard. Zia detected the Ura launched their assault on the Bastion from this outpost. Zia must be here. After Zulf vowed to destroy the Bastion, Rook's accelerated work on a secret weapon.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
Zoltan's Hollow is personal now.
It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. We get straight down to business. They never saw him coming. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him.
Care package. Oh!
It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Charge it all the way. All firing. Aim. Okay. Sure, we can put that to use.
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground.
Music's pretty cool too.
Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Pretty good. Let's keep it.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
Your bud's getting all nice. It's an illusion. Isn't the soundtrack fantastic? Ford, I can understand that. I might have to download this one and play it in the car, play it in the background. At least a few tracks. At least a few tracks. Problem with that cannon, though, is you got to charge it all the way up. You can't do a quick shot like you can with the carbine.
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals is just noise.
I like the quick shot.
Kid returns their greeting tenfold. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets. Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Shit.
The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, Their homeland's not much farther.
That was messy.
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
That the country raised the required number of land pieces through travel and
maybe they know they've
exploration.
lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. That makes us different from our people now, don't it? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Damn, I fell off the map too. Okay, where's the path? 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 Path?
Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away?
Where we came from? That's not right. Goodwin! What's happening? No, I already fell there. Where do you want me to go? Maybe I can.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better.
That'll do.
Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Did you guys see the size of that goddamn cock-a-doodle-doo?
As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon.
Child's drawing. Memento crude but heartfelt illustration. Chalk on a stone surface. Watch out, crazy man.
Way out there on the edge of the world. That's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia,
Hey,
you weren't kidnapped.
shooting, man.
No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Zia agreed to return to the Bastion.
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
Just wrecked. True. It's your harp.
Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
Drawing? Calamity took everything.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Unlockment, thank you for the bit. Cheers. Oriole! Raise the required number of land
The country,
pieces.
she's all the pieces now. But
Every
still looking
structure in
good.
the Bastion.
The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? But truth is,
Welcome back.
I don't want to know.
Expertly made, huh? Think of the drawing.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura.
Gonna be a good
Try
finale.
not to do it, remember?
Looks like we are going to have a finale today. One stream, huh? Sort of unexpected. Fine. It means that we can play Transistor 2 this week. Why not? I'll get it set up. I gotta get it installed. Good evening, Brad. How art thou today? Not to brag, but I can make picture-perfect French fries, as long as they're tasty. What do you use to cook? How do you cook them? Bake them, deep fried. What kind of oil do you use? Should buy this stuff just cause. Leech aid. Health tonic doesn't do as much, but we get some health from striking foes. We haven't used the bow in a while. Maybe we upgrade the bow a bit. Bellows, cannon. Cannons. See what we can do with the cannon. Lunkhead liquor. Brad, I'm good. This game's been a lot of fun. So, we'll play more. Cannon, machete,
If there's
slash.
anything
Let's
that
keep it for
blade
now.
can't split open, a cannon ought to do it.
Cannon ought to do it. Do it with the musket. Faster reload, reduced penalty to long range damage. Musket's been badass.
To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil.
Like the carbine. Damage or aiming speed. Combat scope or reflex scope.
Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye.
Cannon, knockback or will not launch automatically.
First step to learning the Calamity cannon
Charge up or
is knowing
blast
about the
radius, let's make
machinery
them faster.
overrides.
Reload speed faster. Damage.
Good thing I didn't throw away the manual.
Bow.
Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows.
Damage and draw speed.
Arrows like
Damage.
that can practically find their own way.
And we haven't used the bow in a while. Maybe we should check it out again. Inspiration. Upgrade several weapons to the 3rd level. $2,000 for
The
that.
inspiration. A forge can fashion anything.
And gather fragments of the old world.
The city.
Spent many
Its
fragments.
riches, nothing but fragments now.
Vigilante. We have more to spend.
never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
Hit him with the pointy end.
That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression. That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Policy is quality. Been a while. How you doing? Salutations. Interesting game. Yeah, very, very fun.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Zolf detected. He bides his time within the remains of the Ura's massive underground sprawl.
The Tazzle terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Razzle tazzle. Once you enter this area, there's no turning back. Ready? We're using for weapons. We've got this cannon. I haven't had a lot of practice with. Big bada boom, let's do it. Zia fled the Bastion when the Ura attacked to learn the truth of what happened to her people.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. The Calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all.
Hand of Fate, right on. I haven't played any of it. I know which one you're talking about. Right through. Oh, I got you.
No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the Calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
Who's,
You know what's funny? Zolf's waiting. We're waiting.
Oh, I got smoked! I thought I had a few seconds left.
All of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
I like this cannon. Heal! Heal, you fool!
But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter.
Answers 3 foes with a single blast.
This disease the air planet here will go away. Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
And all the chickens will be dead.
Problem is, we'll all be gone. Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like
Policy, you got it. Thanks.
all of this
Oh!
will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. Come on, keep your chin up.
Alright. I'm in love with this cannon, but I gotta pay a little more attention. All of a sudden we can hop. All of a sudden we can hop.
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way.
Hey, RoboCrow, what's happening? These hops are throwing me off big time.
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at him.
Hooray!
You follow me?
I follow you.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
Is there?
You won't be long now.
Oh! Oh!
change.
That was our first restart.
All of this.
I
will
see
just
what you did there.
Stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. Good times.
Hopscotch,
right?
I get it. I didn't see the name before. Hopscotch.
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. Come on,
God
keep
damn,
your
I
chin
need it.
up.
I need that for the fight at the end. You crazy fools. I needed that. I needed that.
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
Yeah!
You follow me?
Probably not.
No mistakes.
Come on now.
Anyone you've ever hurt.
Anyone you've ever heard. Not that. This.
Everything you've ever done. You could do it over.
Belfast.
Wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
I guess there's nothing more to
You
say.
shed your man bun? What? I haven't had a haircut in 20 years. More than 20 years. Haven't touched it.
Who am I kidding?
Who are you kidding? Where do you want me to go? I don't trust your platforms. Alright, let's try him, but I'm gonna fall. No.
Look,
Alright.
there's something else.
It's the first little sequence like this.
A confession.
There have been a lot of things that looked like terrain that weren't terrain.
How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it.
Uh-oh.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is... I don't know.
I don't know. See, his father Ven documented his work, Philadonia's Mancers, in a hidebound journal. Started a lot
You're
of
wondering
trouble.
if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders.
Battering ram is my new
Can't
weapon.
just let it go.
Fuck. Woo!
Bastion does.
Your
have
doors
a
can't
function,
stop me.
strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Oh shit!
Heavy, ain't it?
The devil's crotch. Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Of course, that would
Heavy,
mean
ain't it?
no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together.
Bastion's auxiliary function was designed to enable a mass evacuation of Celadonia's people.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
Don't mess with the battering ram.
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
Fall.
One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Shuffle those feet, man. Choose. Move on. Abandon Zolf's body and press forward with the battering ram. Zolf's situation is hopeless. Distraction, his plan to avenge the Aura only brought more suffering. All that matters is the safe return of the shard. Or take Zolf, abandon the battering ram, pick up Zolf's body instead. Zolf is badly injured but breathing. It appears his countrymen turned on him as their situation grew desperate. Nearly destroyed the Bastion. Yet. And yet. Quite turn my back. See what happens.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be all right. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
Wow.
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home,
Wow.
sweet
Pain.
home. Lie on my back,
Hurts.
clouds are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet
Strike.
home. I see your star, you left it
Go through them.
burning for me. Mother, I'm here.
So.
Eyes open wide, feel your heart and it's glowing. I'm welcome home, sweet home. I take your hand.
As if they're noticing
Kid's
that
probably
I'm
dealt
carrying
with
him.
Zolf
They're
by now.
having second thoughts about attacking.
He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
The fate of the Bastion out of his hands, Rux passes the time by telling Zia's stories.
Hey, kid.
Hey.
Get up, kid.
Get up.
Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up.
Get up! On your feet, soldier!
That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
Calamity, the Tizal terminals were ripped out from underground and cast toward the
Welcome.
stars.
to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
What will it feel like when the Bastion fixes everything?
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
If you could go anywhere, would you go back or somewhere else?
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
Ura sigil. He never learned the whole truth, did he?
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
The Marshal's badge. At the end of their careers, the Marshals used to return their badges to the city.
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Pecker Nest. The Windbags. The beasts of the wild. The Ura. They fought so hard to stop this moment.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
Undo the calamity in an instant. Zia,
You made it.
do you think this is gonna work? What should I do?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
You could go anywhere you wanted. Where would you go?
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
Sealed note. His own people turned on him when his plan to destroy the Bastion faltered.
Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
The sigil. They were very brave, but there was nothing left for them but their revenge.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Her guitar. Her harp guitar. Isn't there some moment in your life wish you could go back to?
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
So, restoration or evacuation? Restoration. Initiate the Bastion's restoration protocol. This process will restore to a previous world state and is irreversible. Use only as directed. Undo the calamity. Or evacuation. Initiate the Bastion's evacuation protocol. Process will cause irreparable damage to the core receptacles, disabling the restoration protocol. I'll tell you what my first thought is. Even if we could undo the past, would we want to? Should we choose to? Lose everything that we are, that we've become, all the little steps along the way? Or do we take the path forward? History is something to learn from, not to erase. Let's take the step forward.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead you want to stay. In a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea of carrying on with you here. We can't go back no more, but I suppose we could go wherever we please.
Here's to going wherever we please.
And if anyone's left out there,
If anyone's
I
left,
sure would like to see the look in their faces when we dock this thing right on their doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
what do you say? Cheers. Good game. Supergiant, well done. That was my first Supergiant game, wasn't it? We went through that in one stream. And the upside of that is we get to play Transistor right away. Because I had 3 days planned for this. So, let me get Transistor all set up. And tomorrow, despite what the schedule says, we'll be starting Transistor. I'd like to see what they did. Thanks for joining me for this excellent game. This was their first game at Ford. This Transistor and Rhyme, if they've done others, I don't know. Damn good game. Damn good game. How unexpected. Well, I'll tell you what. When the credits are done rolling, let's drop back in on the Iceman. Continuing the Lost Legacy, Uncharted Lost Legacy. Also, so good. Supergiant Games would like to thank our family and friends, without whose support we could never have created this game. To family and friends. Cheers. And to the Entropic family far and wide, much love. See you on the other side. I'll put a link here in chat for the Iceman Comet 360. Please check him out. Consider dropping a follow over there. Show him some J-Love, an excellent streamer, part of our extended Entropic family. Don't worry about it, Jamster. Thank you for joining me. Misbehave, Jamster, TYB, Procyon, Ford, Chronic, everyone out there. Hey, Mike, it's good to see you again. Don't get too caught up in school now. All right, let's see. The Iceman. Brad, You have a good night too. If you're new here aboard the Starship Chaos, welcome. Thank you all for the follows, for the host love, for the subs and support. Good music in this one. Such good music. Wonder if I have... I don't know where I originally purchased this copy of Bastion. See if I have a soundtrack sitting anywhere, or I might just have to pick it up. What an excellent soundtrack. Listen to some of this. More. And what perfect timing too. We almost got a perfect 6-hour stream out of this game. How the heck did I think we were gonna get 18? I looked things up on how long to beat. I usually look at the they don't, what do they call it? Leisure time. The leisure time. I look at the leisure time. For main plus extra, usually look at the leisure time. Oh. S7. Woo! Another one wrapped. Yeah. So after Transistor, what are we going to play after that? I don't know. Maybe we will play some more Witcher since we're getting 2 games in here back to back. Maybe we'll play a little more Witcher while I sort out in my head what we're going to play after that. Did you like it? It was excellent. Yeah, it was kind of charming. Good combat. The narrator, his voice was... And that really added something to it. The music was brilliant. Combat was good. I can see why they got attention for their next game. Ford, you did pick up Thimbleweed Park too? Excellent. Mm-mm. 2001. So, if you enjoyed this playthrough and you feel like playing the game, check it out. It should be on your platform. It's on every platform now. Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS. 20-year-old Nokia phones. Not actually. But on Android too. Xbox, PlayStation. Thank you for playing. New Game Plus unlocked. In the journey again with all your weapons and XP, new shrine, idols, distillery, spirits, bastion structures, buildable in any order. Use the shrine for the toughest challenge. Thank you. Thank you for such an excellent game. Thank you for the company today. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you on the flip side. We're going to drop in on the Iceman Cometh. There's the link once more. Show him some J-Love. Consider dropping a follow over there. Good night, everyone. Cheers. Good night.